What's going on, guys? Jacob over here. So, we've got another Brewer video today, a rare Brewer video. Yes, I do still make Brewer videos. The last one, I believe, was back in early February, about a month ago, when the Brewers signed Colton Wong. But the Brewers have made another move, and a pretty big one at that. They signed outfielder Jackie Bradley Jr. to a 2-year, $24 million contract with a player option for the second year, or the opt-out clause or whatever. I'm not well versed on baseball contracts. I think that Jackie Bradley Jr. has the option to, go somewhere else after the first year, but he can choose to stay and earn $12 million in the second year. So, I like this signing for the Brewers. It might be a bit of an overpay, honestly, $12 million a year for Jackie Bradley Jr. You know, he's not a great player, but he is a very solid, very good player. His defense is Gold Glove material. He won a Gold Glove in 2018. His offense at times leaves a little bit to be desired. He's only got a 732 OPS career, but he does have a little bit of pop. He has 2 seasons with 20 or more home runs. And last season he had a pretty solid year in 55 games, hitting .283 with 7 bombs with a .814 OPS. He is a left-handed bat, so that's good news anytime you hear a left-handed bat with a little bit of pop is coming to Milwaukee, because usually you see an increase in their power numbers due to that short porch in right field. I definitely think he's going to hit over 20 home runs this year if he gets consistent playing time. I would assume Jackie Bradley Jr. gets 120 to 140 games. He's pretty reliable in terms of staying on the field. He's played over 140 games each of the past, I want to say, 4 seasons, yeah, except for, of course, the previous year, which he was on pace to play over 140 games, but of course, it was the pandemic was going on, and it was only a 6-game season. But I am excited to add Jackie Bradley Jr. to the mix. I am interested to see how this works out with all the other outfielders the Brewers currently have at their disposal. I mean, obviously you've got Christian Yelich, you've got Lorenzo Cain, you've got Avisail Garcia. Then there were a few other guys the Brewers were expecting to include into the mix this year, and they very well could, especially Tyrone Taylor. I was really excited to see how Tyrone Taylor played this year, and hey, maybe we'll still get a chance to see him at some point, but that kind of relegates him probably to the minors or a bench bat at this point, which is okay, but Jackie Bradley Jr., with those other 3 guys, I mean, that's a pretty formidable outfield for sure. Lots of options. You've got 3 Gold Glove winners among those 4 outfielders, and a guy who's also hit 30 bombs, and obviously El Garcia. So that is giving me a little bit of 2018 Brewers vibes with the amount of outfielders that those guys had. They had just added Christian Yelich and Lorenzo Cain. They had Domingo Santana coming off of a great year, and they had Ryan Braun as well. So kind of reminds me of that situation, and I am interested to see how they distribute the games among all 4 outfielders. I'm sure that they will find a role and a place for everybody, though. Craig Counsell is a very intelligent manager, one of the best in the business, in my opinion. So, this is definitely getting me more and more excited for the season to actually start. I've been watching a few of the spring training games on TV, the last 2 that were on television, and it is spring training, so I can only watch a few innings at a time before I kind of get bored knowing that it doesn't really matter. But, it is interesting to see kind of everybody, all the new guys, all the younger guys play and get a chance to shine. And definitely the Brewers, I think, have some underrated pitching on their staff as well. There are some really good younger pitchers out there that the Brewers might see make an impact, including Aaron Ashby, Justin Topa, of course, Devin Williams coming off of that phenomenal year that he won reliever of the year last year. So I think the Brewers have a pretty good group going into the season for sure, and I am definitely going to be making a predictions video talking about the Brewers this season because I am very excited for this group, way more excited than I was for last season for sure. And also a little bit of tidbit of news on top of the Jackie Bradley Jr. signing is that the Brewers are planning on allowing 25% capacity at Miller Park when the season starts. So that's going to be interesting. I'm really excited to see fans in the stands for sure, and I'm hoping that they can continually increase that as the season goes on, and maybe by the end of the year we can have full capacity at, or not Miller Park. I just realized I said Miller Park. It's actually American Family Field again. Or anyways, they changed the name over the off season, a new naming rights deal. Apparently Miller Park, or Miller Coors didn't want to keep the naming rights, so the Brewers sold it to another Wisconsin-based company, American Family Insurance. And I don't hate the name change as much as other people, but now I am rambling about other things unrelated to Jackie Bradley Jr., so I apologize for that, and I do apologize for not getting this video out sooner, because it did happen yesterday overnight while I was sleeping, and I could have done it at some point in the day, but I just didn't have the motivation. But now you guys know my thoughts on it. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys like the signing too. I definitely do, and I'm really excited for the season to start for the Brewers. But in the meantime, guys, so thanks for watching. That's all I got to say in this video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Brewers.